Hello, hi. It is I, Equinox Eterna. Hello. I'm low energy, but not tired. I'm just low energy. So let's try to continue at least this event for at least 2 hours, I guess. I suppose. Today was a sad day for the whole GFL2 GFL community, for the Megaverse community. So I just don't know what to do. I wasn't going to stream today, but I just said, yeah, let's get out of the bed and read a little bit to clean the mind, to cleanse the mind. So yeah, we are here today. So let me put this on Twitter and Blue Sky, and we can start. Wait, 1 second. Yeah, now we can start. There we go. Dawnforger, part 1. A lot of nodes. This is going to be a holy hell. Let's try to advance the most possible. So yeah, I also have been watching the Cheyanne event, the Dreamscape Wonderland, or something. That was the name, I think. And that event is painful as fuck. Oh, I already cursed in the first 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. Let's start with this. Mokosh. To avoid the Otson pursuit, we race along the road after escaping the factory. Commander, it's Mokosh Otson. Are we wanted here too? Something will be off if they weren't on our tail, considering the still we made at the factory. Shake them off. Commander, is this really alright? We might as well just get it over with. We have already gotten into the smashing and fighting. There's no way we can avoid them forever. It's a shame about the crop we wrote here, though. I don't know if the deal is still going to go through. You're still thinking about that? I don't think it could be more obvious that everything's gone down the drain. But isn't that why we came here? The tomatoes didn't do anything wrong. There we go, that's Somi's phrase for this event. Roll the cameras. Roll the camera? What? Close the curtains. No. Commander. Grossa. Are you still worried about the onions? The brief period of rest seems to have done her good. As weak as Grossa still appears to be, she's at least capable of speaking with me normally now. I'm here, Grossa. We'll be arriving soon. A foreign signal introduces itself to our communication systems. Remember me, Commander? Remember me, Commander? DSR 50. It's good that you remember me, Commander. No, that's you. That's your same voice actress. I go by Loreley now, Commander. I'd like you to refer to me by that name, if possible. Very well. Loreley, I went to the factory you told me about. George has likely been informed for trespassing, and I'm quite certain that I'm a wanted criminal in Mokosh now. You say wanted, but you sound as composed as always. You are experiencing escaping territories after all. Don't put it like that. I don't know what your goals are, but you saw this coming when you gave me the intel, right? In return, you're going to have to give me all the intel you have in George. I was the one who made the call, yet you are being so assertive. My, you have changed after leaving behind for 10 years. I can't say I mind though. Yes, you are right. Get it out of your system. Later. I will. What? The call suddenly begins to break down before I can hear what Loreley has to say. Hey! Hey! A sudden series of explosions cut the call short before it finishes. I knew this would happen. No one will ever know how desperately I wanted to finish that sentence at the moment. Careful, Commander! What's going on? There's a man behind us, trying to blow up this entire street. Wait, Commander, there's more than one person over there. The Otsu. They're already bringing out explosives. Explosives? I can't be sure. My experience says it could be a normal riot. You're already thinking that violence here is the norm? No, those robbers before wouldn't have access to these weapons. If the people here are often at war, shouldn't there be a high demand for tomatoes and purple sweet potatoes to be processed into military rations? That's what you're thinking about? Commander, your orders. Don't push yourself, Gurosa. Stay close to me. Bullets whiz by at blending speed. The formerly raucous market instantly dissolves into chaos as the sparks cover the entire street, consuming everything with a price tag on it. A grenade from somewhere explodes not far away. No care for the long city streets. Commander, look at behind you. Behind us is another armored force that I almost cannot make out. They are approaching in several vehicles, and they are less than 2,000 meters away. Prepare for combat, everyone. Groza. I will go. Are you sure? Can't be helped. Hold it! Support her! Ta-ta-ta! So, yeah. Are they both immune to all damage? Okay, one of those. I can clear those on top. And this here I cannot clean fast, but I can at least take their shields away. 1, 2, and 3. Quick and easy. They look feel alive. Date information change. Please. Dawnforger, let's continue. phase transition point. The accumulation of tiny variables is enough to trigger a catastrophic shift. Huh. Wait, 1 second. There we go. Is it over? Let me make sure. Gross is still in shock. Smoke permeates through the area, filling the space where people were just a few moments ago. Yes, be careful. Shouldn't we get out of here as soon as possible? So that's right. Yes, but I'd like to figure out whose orders these people are operating under. I'll keep watch. Hurry up, Commander. I chop my pistol again and slowly approach the fallen enemies. Weird. What did you find? No wonder I keep getting this sense of deja vu while we were fighting. I put them down, but I'm unable to find any signs of affiliation. The weapons they will, however, contain technology from the White Zones. I think back to the Sage Faven log we saw in the factory. A simple cooperative relationship wouldn't necessitate this degree of support. Not to mention... Commander, I'm alright. Let me help. Don't worry about me. Go look for anyone residents nearby and call for help. Strange, isn't it? The Odds-on weren't seen pretty quickly at that time. Why are they still not here? They're still not here. Perhaps the answer lies in the objects before me. I try another body and search again. Commander! This one feels different to the touch. Sorry about this. Scatter! This one managed to slip through. They grip my hand so tightly after pulling the pin on a grenade that my joints begin to creak. All I can do is tell the dolls to spread out. 10 seconds. Looks like I made it. Rosa, what are you doing? There's more smoke than actual explosives. That's a stun grenade. Quickly, they want the commander. The faraway voice is becoming indistinct. The only thing left in my world is the blurred face of this one remaining enemy. You! 3. I finally wrestled the grenade from her grasp as she consulted me, throwing it away as far as I can. The explosion goes off almost right after, and it throws everything into chaos. I feel a pair of female arms suddenly lifting me upwards. I instinctively move to free myself, but I suddenly hear a familiar voice. My adorable sister, work's done. Time to clock off. I suddenly remember what George said. Got an eye on my secretary, have you? Sorry, she's not fond of overtime, even if paid. Is it over? I think I heard a weird voice just now. No time for that! Where's the commander? Loreley looks on in disbelief. That enemy has disappeared along with the commander in a puff of smoke, like some sort of magic trick. No. What? Commander! Where are you? She wants to hide the panic in her voice as she stumbles back and forth across the battlefield. She searches and searches, looking for any trace of the commander. Commander! If you can hear me, please respond. Somi, expand the search radius. Yes. Commander, please respond. Gross tries to last communications channels available to her as the search remains fruitless. The only answer she receives is a deafening silence. Oh, yeah, this is the clip that I know of. The silence she receives in return only amplifies the turmoil in her already unstable neural cloud. Commander, please, come in, Commander. Yep, there we go. They need to pay. They need to double the paycheck to Marina Inoue, or to any VA in the 3 languages that it's dubbed. But yeah, Groza, calm down. It was me. If I failed to protect the commander. Leader, it's not your fault. From the very start, you. Yes, my neural cloud was never stable. If I never came into contact with Red Onion. No, not again, stop. No, it's not due to that at all. I knew that I've never been able to protect the commander. As you have known long ago, I can't protect the commander at all. I will only ever cause them trouble. I remember it all clearly now. I remember how I hurt those people. But I wanted the commander warmth for myself. I stopped thinking and settled down by the commander's side, which has led to all of this. The thought that she should have disappeared long ago reverberates through Groza's head. No, Miss Groza, that's not what Miss Krolik meant. But even someone like me, uncontrollable, dangerous, and full of hidden dangers, with blood-stained hands, was always treated kindly by the commander. It was the commander who saved me. Those gentle hands once lifted me up from the ruins.
Groza? どうしてここに?
Groza? Why are you here?
少し味が変だが.
What's that smell?
まあ大丈夫だ.
Well, it's no problem if you don't want to run checks on your frame. Just leave the testing business to me. He took my hand again and again until he filled up my empty self with memories of him.
Groza.
Oh, right, Groza. There's something I'd like to discuss with you. Even though we only have 3 people on the Almo right now, in the future, I might end up recruiting more dolls towards him. Therefore, I'd like you to become the leader of our doll contingent. You'd like to see the sunrise again? It's not often that you're in the mood. Alright, I'll give you company tonight.
Groza, 君が望むなら真実を見つけ出そう.
Groza, as long as you want me to, I'll find the truth for you someday. Without the commander, I can't. The street begins to spin. In contrast to the cheerfulness of the memories of the past 10 years in the depths of her neural cloud, the street before her appears completely empty. She stumbles a few steps further. No matter how she tries to steady herself, the feeling of disorientation in her neural cloud keeps dragging her down. There were many times when she wanted to live in fear of hurting the commander the same way she hurt others. But now that the commander is missing, Groza feels the sky crashing down on her. Just as she's about to crumble to the ground, a pair of hands reach out to steady her by her left shoulder. Groza, I know that you're being hit while you're down, but we need to retreat right now, even without the commander. Ulred's voice is trembling slightly too. Not far away, the sound of vehicles is approaching. Clearly, more enemies are on their way. Big Sis, I finished the search, but I couldn't find the commander. What do we do? If we can't find the commander, not you too, Swami. Don't say these depressing things. This place is only so big. We'll find the commander even if we have to start digging straight down.
Groza, Swami,
Krolik. I promise you that I will find the commander. that I will find the commander. But we need to get out of here before we can call for help. We'll only be able to find the commander if we remain free to take action. Yes, Vixis! Onesama. There's no more time for hesitation or explanations. The sound of enemy footsteps and bullets being chambered happen in quick succession. Krolik, take care of Groza. Hold on tight, leader. There's nothing more important than getting everyone back safely, at least for now. Everyone, prepare to retreat. Can I put my own Groza and Krolik? Well, not Krolik, but I have my own Ulrid here. Switch to Commander Doll. Who else? Who else? Evacuate at least 3 dolls. Where? Up here. Oh, that's too little. Okay. Odzorn Vanguard. And there we go. Okay, nice. And this is extra command, not an extra action or extra turn. So she stays there, I suppose. Huh. And let's see, one barricade. Then try to jump far away, as far as we can. Eliminate all enemy units. Okay, they are going to spawn over there. Let's try to just escape. There.
Go. 4、1 話にならない
There we go. Oh. Retreat. Chris can reach there in... Oh, I don't know. Please. Let's just kill everyone. That's it. Boom. It doesn't matter anyway. Just finish it quickly. Not anything. Okay, challenge. Ha! I forgot to read.
作業の場所は下水道だったんですか？
The worst is as you are? No, don't worry. It's not as bad as you can imagine. It's not as bad as you can imagine. Mokosh's infrastructure is rather unique, so our work can only take place here. Malik's mind returns to what Dr. White said to the commander yesterday. Mokosh's sun only reaches its surface, but its roots deep in the earth still need light to grow, even if that light is borrowed. I see now. Her mind then moves on to how the commander behaved on that day, and her mood takes a bit of a dip. Still feeling down because of what the commander said? Eh? You've been out of sorts since yesterday. What is it? No, that's not it at all. Well, who else could it be? The way he spoke sounded like I'm not important at all. No one will be happy to hear that. Is that how you understand? How you understood it? Were you expecting the commander to try to keep you where you are? Or did you want him to make the decision for you? What exactly was she hoping for? She lowers her head to contemplate the question, and she also slows her pace subconsciously. I don't know. Rather than not knowing, it's more than she doesn't want to contemplate it. After living together with the commander all these years, she understands that the commander is someone that would only ever grow more distant. We are here. Meling is taken aback by the sights before her. Amidst an underground labyrinth made of colossal cement pipes, putrid wastewater sputters on shattered alloy tubes. Above it all sits a completely isolated conveyor system, intact and functioning despite its visible age. An underground logistics tunnel. Worry not, its positioning and protective measures are especially designed for this place. The wastewater won't come into contact with the conveyor even in the flooding season. We might not be so privileged though. Make sure you put on your PPE. Yes. Meling steps onto the elevator, ensuring that she is properly protected. These things can be built into sewers? The elevator ascends approximately 10 meters, and it arrives at an inoperable centrifuge machine with machine remnants jammed between its blades. Why can't they be? Dr. White passes a wrench to Meling. She taps at the centrifuge base and tries to lift open a cover. I just can't help but feel that this place is way too complicated. Just like a giant synards. An interesting simile. Well, as you've seen, the beings that once control the flow of its life have decayed. Mokosh is falling behind the times in this aspect. Why are the sewers so complicated anyway? Are you surprised? Typically, sewers are responsible for wastewater treatment, flood management, and resource cycling. However, Mokosh sewers have been specially designed. They have been vital to this city from its very birth. You saw them when you entered the city, didn't you? Those buildings connected to the sewers. Yes. Yeah, that massive dam. It's still in good condition too. It shielded the city from collapsed storms, right? So these sewers were part of the original flood control systems. Then this giant underground city grew along these arteries. Correct. The radiation shielding main actuation systems are here. This place also handles electricity supply and ventilation. Is that really so? I'm afraid you're losing me a little here. If these are the city's arteries, then why haven't they been maintained and upgraded like the upper layers? No, wait. The Loreley isn't anywhere close to well-maintained either, other than those glitzy in commercial areas. Is the planning not complete yet? Judging from the layout of these pipelines, this should be part of something encompassing the entire city. What sort of person do you think plan and design these structures? Mylene takes another look at the complex machinery still functioning in the sewer, raising her head with confusion. Wait, give me a second. There we go. A blanket. A blankie. It's all rather confusing. There's clear attention to detail in design, but everything's being left unfinished. Someone very eccentric, I think. Different people view him in many different ways. Calling him eccentric isn't necessarily wrong. To me, he's a fine engineer and an idealist with passion in his heart. Do you know him well? I suppose I do, yes. He studied under me for a brief time. He went right back to Mokosh after he was done studying, though. Couldn't keep him even if I wanted to. He will be off immediately, trying to put it to use the moment he learned anything. If not for him, this project in Mokosh might never have begun in the first place. You don't mean Mr. George, do you? Ah! I clicked something on my tablet. Wait. Dr. White only shakes his head with a smile, giving no direct answer. If George were not here, he might very well be in that position. Oh, really? That's quite impressive. Mylene silently thinks to herself that if the talks between George and the commander don't go smoothly, then perhaps this engineer who designed a sewer system this complex could be a way forward. He's not a part of Mokosh management anymore, though. But his work done has aged just as everything else does. And now I have to clean up his mess at my ripe old age. When do you mean ripe old age? You're still young. Oh, you. I do have to say that I'm still curious. What is someone like him up to now? It just so happens that I plan to go and see him later. You can come along if you're interested. May I? We'll have to speed up then. Chatting on the job is allowed, but slacking isn't. You expect little of me, sir. We are only one step away. Mylene pulls out a clump of fibers stuck into the fan blades, and Dr. White immediately plugs a chip into the control panel. Alarm! Alarm! What did you put in the control panel? A little surprise. Think of it as a little gift I have for that boy. Alright, and that's taken care of. We got a little bit of trouble coming up next. I don't have very much combat experience. Don't worry, it's just some old, abandoned, broken down automatons. It will be embarrassing to not be able to handle these things as a mechanic. You mean... I know of a shortcut that these things won't follow us through. So we're running away anyway. Are you going to be okay, old man? Did you say I was young just a moment earlier? Poor Mylene. Not even when escaping the commander, she can escape. Being chased down. Eliminate all enemies. Okay, I'll do that.
私ですか？
I don't have range. Can I hit Alba? Yeah.
ちょっと痛いかもです。
What? Hit someone else? Nope. So, attack! Wait, no. So that's the only one. Fuck! I can reach that one.
私がやる。
Eh. There we go.
脅威を排除する。
Good hit.
任務了解。
Okay, they are two. And boom. Okay, no matter if Ulrita or Loreley can reach there.
まだ交
That
代
one is
して
going to
たね
explode. Hand action. Okay, if it doesn't attack, it doesn't explode. I understand that. Boom. Kato. Cut Platinum. I don't know.
終了。脅威はすべて排除しました。
She just
これで先に進みます
summoned a stand. A cat stand. What the hell? Uh, yes, LS14. Let's continue minimum until LS15 today. Oh, there's a lot. 1617. Wait. Hmm.
やはりこの資料にある技術は少し時代遅れのようです。
From the current perspective, the technology in these files is indeed outdated.
比較的廉価
There's
な
nothing
同
of
好
use
管の材料以
here
外
other than the cheap
特に
materials
収
for
穫はあり
light
ません。
vibes.
数十年前の
It's
本
really
か
quite impressive that you can
ここまで
glean
の
this
も
from
のを引き出
decade
せる
old
なんて
books. No need to
君
look
は
so
大
dejected,
したものだ
Basily.
よバ
こんな本でも
You know whose things are into
イエ
your
ローエリ
zones.
アの集落
These
から
books
や
might
っとの
very
思い
well
で
be
集め
older
てきた
than
も
me.
のです。
Still, it took me a tremendous effort to scrunch them up from my settlement.
解読と検証にも
Raising
時
and
間を
verifying
かけ
them
まし
took
た。
quite some time too.
しかし
Oh, but I do have to say, the face of the young man named Vasily immediately lights up with hope, and the melancholy from a moment ago is nowhere to be seen.
私はあなたに出
It's
会いまし
fantastic
た。
that I met you.
あなたから学んだ
I've
もの
learned
を
to record
本
my
にして
experiences in a few new
イエ
books.
ローエリアのみんなに
Then,
残します。
what I have learned can be passed down in any
い
people
ず
have
れ役
need
に
of
立つは
in
ず
the
です。
if any people have need of it in the future.
ずっとここに残ってくれないのかい
Still not used to the life here?
はい。
The opposite.
残りたいの
Do you
は
used to it?
山々。いろんなことを勉
There's
強で
so
きます
much
し
good food, and there's my
食べ物も
favorite
美味しいです。
noodles and spicy
できれば
food. And even
本
the
当は
fried
ず
chicken
っ
is
とこ
better
こにい
here.
たいです。
To be honest, I stay here my whole life if I could.
第8班にはまだ席
I
が
could leave
残
a
っ
spot
て
in
い
the
る
high division for you, but you might have to
あと
work for
3、4
another
年経
3 or
験を
4
積め
years
ば
before I can
連
request
続の
special
許可も
permissions for
下
you.
りるだろう
お気遣い感謝し
You
ま
have been
す。
good to me, but I have to go back to Mokosh.
結局
All
帰る
that
のだ
time
ね
buttering me up, and there's still a bat waiting for me at the end.
あの時、
You weren't there back then.
モコシは一度壊
The
滅しか
entire
けま
place
した
was。nearly picked clean by Alid. The light leaves Vasily's eyes again as he sinks back to his escape. Before Vasily escaped Mokosh, the place was nothing short of hell on earth. No, perhaps being born and growing up in the yellow sun places you in hell already.
ずっと
I always wondered whether I was the coward, the deserter. Burdened with the barren soil and an inhospitable environment, those living here have to fend off the elite men as well as still suffering from collapse radiation exposure. However, the value of human resilience and unity shines through in these circumstances. Small settlements eventually form in the Yellow Zones, offering assistance and a united front against the elites. Most of the time, elites move by their lonesome, but what if they began to move in groups as well?
2年前息袋の群れが私の
2 years ago, the settlement I was part of, Mokosh, was attacked by a massive horde of
たくさんの
elites.
仲間たちが
We
命を
lost
失
too
い
many
ました
people.
しかも
Even
そ
worse,
れは終わりで
the
はあり
death
ま
they
せんでし
brought
た
wasn't momentary. Elite spread like the plague and it spread through
集落
Mokosh.
の中で伝染し始めて私は
We... sorry.
家族や友人たちを助けることができな
I
かっ
was
たんです
powerless to do anything for our sick family and friends. What could bring more despair than being made to watch powerlessly as darkness descends?
ただ一つだけ幸運なことがあるとす
Luckily
れ
or
ば
not, I was never infected.
私が感染しなかったことぐらいです私の友
My
人は
friends suggested that rather than sit and wait for death to claim us, we should send out someone reliable to seek a way out for everyone.
その時
Back then, my entire
私の家
family,
族や集落のみんなは
no, not just
自
my
分たち
family,
の体をパラ
those
デ
with
ィ
no
ス
way
や
to
闇
live
業界に行っては
willingly sold their diseased bodies to Paradios anti-brokers to carve a way out for me and everyone else with their lives.
彼らは
I managed to make it out with what supplies we could scrap together and take collapse pieces, both at the cost of everyone's lives.
私はここに来ることができました
だから
You want to go back to save them. Vasily's mouth twitches as he forces himself to smile bitterly.
助けるなんて
Save?
私に
No,
は
I
ふさ
don't
わしくあ
deserve
りま
that.
せん
Even something like help will be a gross overreach for me.
せいぜ
If I really had to put it some way, then this is just what I owe them.
いあの時私を助けてくれた人たちは
Those who helped me back
きっと
then,
もういないでしょ
they're probably not with us anymore.
うだから
I will.
本当はもう
I'll never be
金を
able to
返
pay
す
back
こと
what
す
I
ら
owe.
できないだけど
But
今
Mokosh
でも
still
モコシ
stands,
で
and
生
their
きている
children
人
might
たちが
still
い
be
る
in
のな
peril.
ら
At the very least, I will do what I can for them. Dr. White sighs. He considers saying something, but in the end, he only pats Vasily's shoulder.
あまり思い詰めるなよ
Don't push yourself too hard.
せめて
Will you tell me what you
君の
plan to
や
do
りた
there?
いことを教えてくれないかね
私は
I want to build Mokosh
モコシに限り液を
radiation
作りたい
shielding.
それから
And I've
私はずっと
always wanted to design heavy
自分
machinery
で
for
大型の
myself.
機械を設計したかったのです。
エンジニアなら
Many want the same,
それだけでは
but
あ
I
りま
want
せん
more than just machinery.
もし可能なら
I want a moving fortress capable of fending off the Yellow Zone elites and executing complex underground rescue
複
operations.
雑な地形での
I want to
救援
shield the
作業
people
を
of
行え
Mokosh
る
from the storms.
私は
The hell I received
多く
cost
の犠
many
牲に
lives
助
to
けられて
realize.
きました。
I want to carry it on and turn the sacrifice into a power that protects Mokosh forever.
支援は必要
Do you
か
need
ね
a temporary support group?
支援してくださ
You
る
will do that for me? Thank you.
もしそれができるの
Oh,
なら
I'll have to write a letter immediately and tell George about the good news.
少しは遠慮しろ
You're hardly giving me a
若さ
chance to reconsider my words.
そのジョ
Is
ージ
George the one you write the most
君の
often?
友人なの
A
か
brother of yours?
はい
More or
一
less.
番の親友です
He's my best friend.
外
It
の
was
助
his
けを
idea to
求め
look
て
for
おいた
outside help in the
私に
first
提案
place.
してくれたのも彼
He's
です
someone with more ideas than me, and just go. What was this? Resonance protocol. Different frequencies are harmonized at this moment, creating a resonance that brings down the high tower. Solid alliances are often born behind bars, Turan's synchrony. Wow.
お姉様、コミュニティのみんなに連絡がつきました。
Let's go. Pixies, I already contacted everyone in the Total community.
バチルだ、ロッタ。
Tell Lita and Rosalind to stay behind in case of emergency. Basilda, Lotta, and Dushavnaya should make their way here immediately to assist in our operations.
有事の際のバックアップをするように伝えてくれ。
わかりました。
Yes,
キャロリック、メイリンへの連絡は
Krolik, have you gotten in touch with Mei Ling? Not yet. We can't be sure where she is exactly at the moment. Normal communications aren't working. And the commander is the same. I haven't received any information about him. Then how are things at the Elmo? We have reached them, but well, the news has spread quickly. Apart from the echelon of the Elmo, the Dollar Squad independently carrying out missions have already been informed and are on their way. Are 404 and Suchero also on the move? Yeah. That's fine, as long as we can find the commander. Nothing is too much. Rosa's suppressed voice comes through like a quivering force through clenched teeth. It sounds completely unlike anything conventionally made by a vocalization module. What are you planning? Have them search area by area once they arrive. We'll need manpower for this. As for us, we might have to use some clumsy difficult methods. Her gaze doesn't focus on Ulrich or anyone else present. Instead, she seems to stare off into the distance, into nothing in particular. You're not going to barge in and just ask George directly, are you? Why not? He's the one that causes all of this, obviously. That's the only option available to us at the moment. He definitely knows something. You have to get something from him, even if it will cost him his life. If it comes down to it, we'll even turn Mokosh upside down if we have to. Grossa, what are you doing? What are you becoming? I didn't teach you to act like this. Her hand reaches toward her weapon almost instinctively. On another day, she will only be this on edge moments before launching an assault. Miss Grossa, I can't help but feel like you are not how you normally are. Really? Calm yet restless, cautious but also impulsive, and also intent on killing. The gentleness and fortitude from yesterday is nowhere to be seen, leaving behind only the eyes of a killer. Don't overthink it, Swami. Let's focus on finding the commander. George has yet to make an appearance ever since the commander is gone missing. We'll need to smoke him out. This is an important place for George business talks. He can avoid appearing for a day or two, but he can stay hidden. This is not a good idea. But you're still preparing for combat, aren't you? The Outstone stand guard not far away. Behind them is the hotel where George held his ball. Never thought we'd become part of the unrest here. What in Rome? Do as the Romans do, right? So, what are they teaching you? There's a blind spot towards 3 o'clock. Good. Prepare to move. Eliminate all enemies. Okay, same as always. Whoop. Can I hit this? Yep. Trigon. Boom. Again. Nice. I can hit all of them? Yes, but this one has protection. This... it won't matter anymore. You see... Toot! It's me, Seiya. I've come to report an issue relevant to that commander. Apologies, Mr. George's rashness was a failure on my part. However, that commander has already discovered Red Onion. Yes, understood. To you, Mokosh is just a dessert after a meal that you can do without. I will do everything I can to help Mr. George navigate this affair. Her hand latches onto her accessory again. She pauses for around half a second, then she begins to speak again with hesitation.
その
Sir, about my sister. I mean, Gaia. The call ends before she can finish. Her busy superior appears to have no time for questions. For her questions. Her first attempt to add personal emotions into her word communication had failed. If she had any, that is. Mistaya, they are here again! They remain emotionless, as always. She only takes another look at the time. I made sure that there's at least some time before your working hours end.
分かっています
Understood.
私が
Send 2 squads as support before I come take care of it. Do not allow them to disrupt Mr. George. Yes!
念のために
Just in case, check up on the commander again. Task Force Squad 2 Leader.
特殊任務小隊第2班です。
This is Task Force Squad 2.
任務の進捗に問
Mission
題
is progressing smoothly. Target has been captured.
指揮官を確保し
It's at the underground complex about 70 minutes.
はい。
Of course. I guarantee I'll have good news for you. Oh.
よかったメンテナンスルームに戻れます
Oh, so Loreley is also working inside Mokosh. The Union Covenant. Rebuild each other with trust as the foundation.
Hi. もちろん
Of course, I guarantee I'll have good news for you. The others on the vehicle seems to pick up on something from the conversation, and they all turn towards the Suberium on the line. I sighed as their gazes light off me. Apart from me, there are countless other carefully packaged parcels taking up the space, preventing me from properly stretching my limbs.
シーヤさんから新しい指示ですか
Any new instructions from Miss Taya?
なただの進捗確
She
認
just wanted to check up on the mission
計画の
progress.
変更はね
Will progress as normal.
なんだ
What are you staring at me
何
for?
か問題でも
Give me an ETA.
予定通りなら70分で到着します。しかし前方に駅
Like you said, approximately 70 minutes, but there are elites up ahead, so we may be delayed around half an hour.
ふん
She begins to hum to herself, a little bone here indisposed. She might have noticed my tired gaze of her, because she throws me a beguiling look through her protective visor. I want to give her an affirmation for our future cooperation, but the bizarre circumstance forces me to ignore this ludicrous act of hers. Huh? A call from Tia begins to ring on another squad member's terminal.
どういうことだ
What's going on?
あら
Oh
シ
my.
ーヤさんも用
Miss
心
Tia is so
深い
overly
ね
cautious. Why does she trust me so little? She cuts off the connection in a timely manner before the call goes through. Everyone present catches on the abnormality and trains their weapons at her.
何者だ
Who are you? She's not one of ours.
侵入者を発見
Stop the car, we have an intruder. She no longer needs to care about her year weight, her identity now exposed. Loreley, who clearly wasn't fond of her disguise anyway, swiftly discarded and reveals her the dress underneath. The very same one that I saw at the banquet.
最後まで取材するつもりだったのに
So yeah, really is violent. I wanted to keep up this act to the very end.
指揮官手伝ってくれるわよね
Commander, I snuck out here for you. To help you. For your sake. Please help me out. Help me out a little.
指揮官
Commander, we have been spotted. What should we do?
どうする
バレたのは君だけだよ。
More like you were the one who was caught and they were always willing to capture me anyways, right?
でも
Wouldn't it be
どう
more
せなら
fun to work with me
私
rather
に捕
than
ま
be
えられ
arrested
た
by
方が
them?
いいんじゃないお姫様だっ
How
こ
do you
は
like
どう
my
だった
princess,
かしら
Carrie? Let's take care of this ASAP. Prepare for battle. Please look forward to our personal private time together then. Oh no! Suki Ken is about to get sucked dry like a raisin. Fire. Anyways. Can I? Yep. Nice. And that's 3 of them. Nice. Boom. Nice trance music. Trance. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah. How many? Only 2? Yeah. Only 2 left. I can do this. Oh. Nice. Strange. Oh, it's cold. Taya gets an old feeling as the calls is suddenly cut off. The sensation quickly fades as her call is immediately returned. Miss Seiya, this is Task Force Squad 2. Loreley gathers at the enemy's communication terminals and calls back immediately. Mission successful thus far. 88 to underground complex, 60 minutes. Yes, I've uploaded the location to you. The call just now? My apologies. We encountered some elites as expected. Yes, it's been taken care of. Please rest assured. Loreley casually stows away the terminal on her person, even though there doesn't seem to be anywhere to put it. Your disguise worked out nicely this time. Was all of that part of your plan? It took Taya quite some effort to lead us. I mean, this is squad in the position to capture you. Of course she will be careful. It was only a matter of time before she got into contact and exposed us. I figured I might as well take advantage of the atmosphere here to remind you, your body of me, Command. Oh boy. She approaches me and leans down, presenting quite the inappropriate view in front of me. I finally know where she is stowed away the terminal. You look like you want to softly to continue for a little longer, Commander. I have one question. Huh? I'll do what I can to answer. I consider you need to use the terminals on these squad members to contact Seiya. Ceasing communications often creates unnecessary problems. I'd rather seize control of you. Oh shit. Does removing all of these people not create problems? My thoughts almost run away, but I steer myself back onto the important questions at hand. What I mean to ask is this: who was on the other end of the first call that you answered? I still have to find where this CG comes from. I don't know. I don't even know if there's a Sahui story. Like she is one of the newest dolls, so I don't think there's been some story that we can see. Because Dayan was the story that connected with Santoraisi, and that connected with Aphelion. So I Xiaohui was after that, but Xiaohui's story was nothing burger about helping a girl in the Yellow Zone with her sister troop, right? And I don't know where that CG comes from. Contractualism. The interim agreement reached for the sake of mutual gain is now the only sole argument for survival. Challenge. The wine is named Vow of Reunion and is one of my finest works. I hope you will like it. The journey to our destination can hardly be called long, but Loreley is clearly prepared for the trip. She pours her prepared beverage into a glass and garnishes it with a red flower for a sentimental touch. So you just came up with that name? Sounds like something straight out of one of those upscale white zone host bars. Loreley passes me a cup of the red liquid, its contents looking like a scarlet gem against the moonlight. The drink's rich, fruity aromas spill forth, no doubt for the sake of concealing the beverage's high alcoholic content. I think it's a most fitting name for celebrating the occasion. If we get the chance, though, I'd like to freshly mix something for you. In my room, of course. She chuckles when she notices my hesitance to drink. Oh, she feels like Florence. She's just like Florence, and I cannot escape. Ha! Relax, Commander. I'm rather confident in my craftsmanship. I always know how to please you, haven't I? God, please, take me. I know that everything that's happened is because of that agreement. But if you desire it, we could go back to how we used to be. I'm sure you remember. Before we start reminiscing, shouldn't you answer my question first? Are you so miserly as to be unwilling to even introduce yourself again after 10 years? I like seeing you in a rush. Looks like I need to progress the conversation. I have a taste of the liquor. The alcohol scent is dampened spectacularly by the aroma, but its overpowering, almost burning qualities remain intact. The doll squad just then. I don't recognize them. It's rare to think of others when you have someone like me right next to you. So yes, they're superior, but they don't look like they are from around here. Where do you think they are from, then? Judging from the parts of their gear, they're clearly using equipment for the white zones. I run my fingers over a part I can't discern the purpose of. It's something I picked up from those dolls earlier. I feel the fine texture of the machine metal reaches from my finger, and I can clearly make out the parts etched serial number under the moonlight. A white zone faction assisting a yellow zone settlement. Do you think it's possible? The search Favan logo we saw in the factory flashes through my mind. It's not impossible if their interests are closely aligned. Loreley chuckles slightly. Then they will at least report the same interest aligned individual, right? But this lot looks like they are rather close to the secretary. I can't help but feel they have more respect for her than George, you know? She's called a secretary, but George doesn't seem to have much authority over her. She often acts on her own, and she is more like a co-worker than someone subservient to George. She's even able to clock out on time every day while working under someone like George. Maybe she's the backup that Favan sent in. I realize at this point that things may not be so simple. Hold on, Loreley. You think that Favan will establish simply economic cooperation with the Yellowstone settlement? Cooperation is built on the basis of equivalence. For Favan, this is either charity or exploitation. The latter, if I had to guess. Say is likely here not just to assist but to oversee, and to an extent controls George's administration. My, things are rather complicated then. You were only looking to do some business, weren't you, Commander? This is certainly trouble if Favan is involved. It's not like we haven't dealt with them before though. I like it when you're so confident. But this brings another question. You are not with Favan nor Mokosh. Who are you here on behalf of?
もちろん指揮官の立場よ。指揮官もただ遊んで暮らしていればいいというわけではないでしょ。
I came here for you, of course. You didn't come to Mokosh to actually have a holiday, did you? She's trying to pry my objectives out of me. Her true goal here might depend on my answer. I observe her again. I still find no trace of any affiliation on her clothing. Let's speak plainly. You have always been honest, in more ways than one. This look doesn't suit you, Loreley. I would like you naked on my bed. No. I finished my drink with a swig. Like I said before, I'm not taking either side. I'm not going to bow down to the perpetrators behind all of this, he said. They are not going to get a shred of what they want. Have you considered outside assistance, then? Assistance or exchange. Nothing comes for free in this world. No, don't give me that look. Perhaps we can discuss terms. How about it? Her brow twitches and her hand snakes itself up to my shoulder. She gives off a seductive smile. What if I told you I want more than what others would want? ASMR. How so? I have plenty to produce if you want it, if nothing else. You. That's the problem Mokosh can solve for you. The thing I can help you with is bringing it into being. Are you sure? Is there still any chance of cooperation with George at this stage? We don't necessarily need George to work with Mokosh. What does that mean? There are many things I can do, Commander. I turned to find Loreley's face unbelievably close to mine. Her voice is like a captivating song, like a siren drawing me towards some ultimate decision. Who gave you the power to do these things, then? Your lips are certainly tight. Never had a target as stout as me before. Oh, you've always been my only target. There are still no identifying symbols to be found on her, even at this distance. I'm touched. Truth be told, I have more on my mind than just Mokosh. And I'm sure you know why. The Yellowstones are hardly hospitable at the best of times. I understand. If you're willing to become an associate of mine, being wanted will be nothing. I'm not actually wanted. Are you sure? I can clearly see someone right here that is wanting. She places a finger to my lips. I know what you mean. You're right. You don't need to worry about the forces that are behind all of this. We'll take care of everything for you. The way you're talking about sounds rather almighty. I lost a little and she lets her guard slip a bit. Or maybe she's giving away too much too soon because she's in a hurry. Just to be clear, I'm not doing dirty work for someone else again. I grab her by the wrist and she pauses. You don't understand the extent of what I can provide. And Helen is out of the question. I won't agree to that, no matter what you can offer. Silence briefly falls over the vehicle's interior, leaving only the sound of the engine and the sound of my breathing. Maybe unaccustomed to the rather lonely sounds around her, Loreley lets out a silent sigh. I want to realize the world of my dreams with my own hands. I speak to her lightly, though I don't know if she understands me. I didn't want to be too cold to her because of our different positions. After all, her passion just now couldn't all have been an act, or I wouldn't have been able to grasp the situation so quickly. Commander, say hello to Solinsky for me. I will. By the way, I do think he will accept. What do you mean? If you want to walk your own path, no, we will still help you. As expected, Loreley must have spent the past 10 years at the state sec. I don't know how much her kindness is going to cost me, but I don't have need of it at this present time. So what's the deal to show your good faith then? Of course. Sometimes a little bit of greed makes the way I feel about you all the more intense. Ask me for whatever you would like. I promise that I can fulfill your needs better than anyone else. A million ideas swarm into my mind in an instant. The night sky beyond the window is very much like the countless skies I have seen with her, and it all comes blended together. Those steady hands I have held firm for a decade until they began trembling upon touching red onion. That pair of hands that is infinite for me, moments before Loreley spirited me away. One thought pushes all the others out of my mind at the moment. You know about red onion, right? Me? We didn't find George and Seiya got away too. I'm worried about you. Ulrich and Grossa finally managed to settle down in the wilderness. The Shemnai and Teters have already reached Mokosh, but finding the commander is no simple task. The dolls have separated into pairs and split up. Ulrich made sure that she would be Grossa's partner. She is uneasy about pairing Grossa with anyone else given the current situation. Well, it makes sense. After all, my existence is a threat to you. Grossa, you know that's not what I mean. Stop saying these things. I don't know what you remember, but you're still you. We won't treat you like some threat and the commander won't either. Grossa lowers her head as if realizing her abnormal condition. After a few seconds, she finally finds it in herself to speak, albeit quietly. Sorry, I'm alright. It's just, I still don't know if the commander is well. Grossa begins to smile as a thought comes to her, but it hardly paints a pretty picture with her empty eyes. I still remember, back when we were out on a mission by Bihor, the commander and I were like that too. Our intel went bad, our leads were cut off, and our hideout was destroyed. In the end, the best we could manage for the night was to make do in our vehicle. It was a car without a canopy, so it didn't start out like that, of course. Bohor? Let me see. 1 second. Bohor? Nope. Bihor. Of course. Bihor is Mokosh district and the northwest of Romania. Romania. Yeah, the yellow zone. Our intel went bad, our leads were cut off. Oh, okay. Defend off the cold. We assembled a simple stove behind the car. I made a beef stew without the beef. Her head hangs low in dejection. Listen to me, Groza. You need to rest, even if it's just for a little bit. You have pushed yourself for too long. Groza shakes her head, rejecting Ulrich's advice. Alright. There's no time. Come, we need to be off too. Groza, wait. What is it? We got news from the Shemna Yalota. It's about the commander. That's what you're after the most? There are others, of course, but can you tell me about this first? Very well. I could never turn you down. What you found in that factory is indeed the red onion that Groza came into contact with. A controlled substance. Was it one of Groza's objectives in that mission of hers? But with everything she saw then, whose blood is on her hands? Many people's. Terrible memories for her, I'm sure. At the very least, she didn't want to do any of those things. But she had no choice. Exactly. But you think of her as a threat to you if I put it that way? I think back to how Groza looked and what she insisted on reminding me of. I began to understand how she felt all of a sudden. She's worried that something like that might happen again if she goes out of control. She doesn't want to hurt me or anyone else around her. I trust Groza. I feel that there's something more behind Red Onion, but Loreley doesn't continue. No matter how I press her on the matter, she only deflects with jokes and quips. She turns around and focuses on driving. I can spot a hint of stress hanging on her brow. Perhaps that is the extent of what she can tell me. I see. Let's end our chat here then. We're about to reach our destination, right? Of course. It's Mokosh underground prison. I've taken a shortcut so we can get there a little faster. I can't say I'm in a hurry to enter. A surprise left for us on the shortcut. Oh, and we were almost there too. Do help me out, Commander. I'm waiting on your orders. Just like before. Yes! Eliminate all enemies and there's 2 waves. Okay. For sure. Can I reach? No, I cannot read that. But I can. 1. Loreley. And this one. One. 2.
私の腕を信じろ。
And 3.
私の腕を信じろ。
Hey yo. So, what's next? They're gonna spawn over there and... Okay, already has an half turn, so gonna end action here. Loreley. No, this is Alba. Okay. I can kill this one easily. And let her rest for now. And okay, if hers is on the tile. And yeah, and action. So we can finish it with Loreley. Oh, that's one bad over there. Can I hit them? I don't think that's all. Well, and that doesn't reach that last one. Okay, I see. Herbsy here. And Alba over here. There we go. Mission accomplished. Mission complete. Contractualism. Gotta go for a minute, so give me a little bit of time. I have to mute myself. I'll come back quickly. Ha! Wait. Yeah, wait, I didn't mute. What? Or I was muted all this time. Fuck, man. What if I was muted on all this time I didn't speak? Or did it mute it unmute itself when I put the microphone on the table, on the desk? Fuck, shit. Okay, LS-15. 2 years ago, in an office building in Mokosh. Blood. Viscous blood trails all the way from the door to George's office table. His custom-made carpet is all ruined. I really don't understand what goes through the minds of your ilk. George brows furrows as he looks down at the carpet. It's not even Basilisk's blood. George thinks so indifferently. Basilisk is of the more valuable type, but as for those who fight in Mokosh due to disease and mental deterioration, they are worth less than a piece of this carpet. George, what is this? Basilisk slams a pile of documents on the table, which includes the supply and production logs of the pharmaceutical factory. George only flips through them for a moment before placing them back down and plastering his face with a fake smile. What's the matter, Vasily? What's the matter, Vasily? My best, most inseparable friend. Vasily pays no heed to George's wide smile, skipping the chatter he will normally engage in. His face remains steely. Why do you have to bother with these inconsequential things? Just leave it to say, yeah? But you should focus on our truly important things. Like those street lights that don't work. George, your factory doesn't make vaccines at all, does it? Vasily takes a step closer. His boots covered in gutter mud land heavily on the neat carpet. George's office became filled with such things at some point. Things that did not match with the reality of Mokosh. Look at the people outside. They were lying on the ground, out the ground network cables with me just like last week. Now, they can't even hold a normal conversation, much less. That's the result of their own overuse. Vasily, you should know quite well that this is not nor my intention. Vasily remains silent for a moment. It's true that George relies on dependency to control others, but as that dependency festers, it only results in ruin. Some pick up blades and bring them down on those closest to them, just because they had more bottles of the new medicine than them. Friends who chatted amicably a mere day ago turn against each other over trivialities. Anger is cheap here, and life even more so. Poverty crushes rationality, and death is often the price paid in the yellow zones. It's a freedom product, and its quality is guaranteed. How are they different from vaccines? If the new medicine is no good, then they wouldn't be fighting tooth and nail for it. Wouldn't you agree, Vasily? Go and ask those on the street. Is there a single person who will say your new products are poor? Every one of them is a return customer. Spinning addiction of returning customers. You're a genius, George. So this medicine doesn't cure them. It doesn't cure anything. It just serves in another form. It doesn't accomplish a single thing other than make them feel good for a moment. Please, tell me, where have the people, the ones you promised have been cured by this new medicine gone? Maybe a green sun? A satellite city? A white sun? Who knows? You tell me. Who will turn down the chance to leave the yellow zones? Beyond you and I, who will leave and never return? Mokosh has us to thank for what it is today. You hear what you're saying? I'm asking you this. Where are these people you take it with that new medicine of yours? The parents and elders trusted you, giving you a chance to leave Mokosh in exchange for her lives. Now, in return, you place price tags on the family and children like merchandise. Vasily grabs George by the collar and slaps him down on the table. He knocks over a pot of ink on the table, and it spills all over George's face. But that smile remains plastered on George's face all the while. George wipes away the ink on his face. He puts his hand to his mouth and licks it as if he is tasting the liquid. What the hell are you? Where is the George I knew? George produces a modified M1911 casually and places its muzzle against Vasily's waist, forcing him back. Vasily, you know, I'm worried about you. Has all the engineering gone to your head? Or have you contracted elite from those people? Do you not recognize your best friend anymore? George pretentiously places the gun up against Vasily's forehead and motions as if checking his temperature. He then chambers around rapidly and fires a bullet into Vasily's abdomen. Blood sprays all over the carpet. George frowned at the sight. Your aim is as shit as always. You might not understand right now, but I still tell you this once. The Yellow Zones have no lack of people. I have never assigned prizes to people. I only do what I can to make them worth more. You know, if it wasn't for this goddamn collapse radiation, I could have been a great farm owner. So when did it come to this? As blood continues to leave his body, Vasily's breathing accelerates. His voice continues to weaken, and it's almost inaudible now. Are you going to kill me? Vasily has heterochromia. A blue eye and a greenish eye. green grayish eye, just like that. That cat. George shakes his head, spinning the gun in his hand. He doesn't think this line of thought is worth pursuing at all. He stands idly for a moment, considering how much it will set him back to restore the carpet. How could I kill my best friend? You still have many followers too. You are far more valuable than those people. Oh yes, do you remember the underground prison I asked you to design before? I remember asking you what sort of room would you like if you were to ever live there. Basile suddenly begins to laugh vigorously, followed by an intense burst of coughing. I should have realized long ago. I have a surprise for you then. I promise that you will love that room. The one next door is not bad either. You will enjoy it in time. Vasily, from what you're saying, he used to be one of Mokosh's administrators as well. No wonder I always felt something was off during our operations in the city earlier. That unfinished infrastructure wasn't George's style at all. That's all in the past. It's hard to say he will be of use to you now. I'd rather figure out exactly what he found in the factory. You'll be able to get the answer from him yourself in just a moment. Alright. What's up with you anyway? Why is your face so red? Why, that's because it's so hot in here, Commander. Don't you think? It's bound to be hot and stuff underground, but the real source of heat here. Yep. No subtlety at all. I grab her hand. She's not hot enough for it to be dangerous, but the heat radiating from her skin is still abnormal. What's the matter? Was it the battle just now? It's your own fault for sticking so close to me for so long and reminding me of the old days. Why does your heart beat with the exact same rhythm as 10 years ago? Was it nervousness? Excitement? I always looked for any changes in you. And the same has been true for the past 10 years. I've wondered how you would have changed. And just now, I have reaffirmed for myself the fact that I'm back by your side. Then, I became like this before I even knew it. Loreley, be honest with me. It's because I moved too fast earlier and built up too much heat. But this amplifies my frame's capabilities anyway. It's completely harmless. That's good then. Is that the only reason though? This is a pretty rare phenomenon, both for the past you or other dolls. The other reasons. You'll know soon enough. Anxiety begins to well up inside me for reasons that I can't name. 1 hour and 30. Let's play one more, because all of these are going to be, well, there's 6 stages. So I know that all of these are going to be pure text. So let's leave that for the next session. Maybe next week, because this week, because our nights fucked up with GPG, as always, GPG's fault. I have to do this week. So yeah. LA-110, Path of Abandonment. He has abandoned everything and has been abandoned by everything in turn. There is no coming back from this. Only the sounds of my hand cough and the clacking of Loreley's footsteps can be heard in the darkness. Her whip snaps crisply on the ground, informing me that we have arrived at our destination. Where are... Man, you can do this to me. Quiet. M8 031042.
今
What?
なんて
What did you just call me?
ここのゴミど
What
も
were
に
you
名前などない
expecting?
わ
There are only IDs here, no names or identities.
服を脱ぎなさい
Leave your shirt up,
803番
8131.
さっきはこれを想像してたから
So that's why you were overheating. I should have known. I should have known. I can't see Loreley's expression, but I can tell from her voice that she's already immersed in her character.
新入りはまず
Don't
全
you
身
know?
検査よ
New arrivals need to undergo a full body examination. She lifts up my clothing with the handle of her whip.
それとも
Don't make me
少
remind
し
you
痛め
again.
つけてあげないと
Or
覚えられないのか
Do I
し
have
ら
no choice but to get physical to make you remember? Loreley pulls me closer by my clothing and trails her whip with uneven pressure across my skin. Its cold and rough texture makes one wonder about what might be next in store.
おいちょっと待て
Hey, hang on.
私がいいと言うまで
Silence. You will
何も
not
言っちゃ
speak
いけない
without my
わ
express permission. Putting by a guard will need something archaic such as a whip aside. I can respect someone's personal hobbies, but it is really necessary to play their part so well. Loreley's bombastic theatrics get a laugh out of my roommates. The shadowy prisoner in a cell not far away chuckles thinly before I can speak up for myself.
M000O01 バシルさん
Um,
あなたの番です
M000001. It's your turn, Mr. Vasily.
番号だけでいいだろ
Onte ID do. Onte ID do. A mocking smile remains on his face. He answers the guard politely, but his hazy gaze remains pointed in my direction. He's staring straight at me.
まあ
Don't
そん
say
なこと言
that.
わないでください
Others might not know, but I am just supposed to pretend to be
みんなバ
oblivious
シル
too.
さんに感謝しているので
If
す
it were not for you, Mr. Vasily, Mokosh might very well not have this prison at all. The best any prisoners would get is at the pit.
ただ
We have our own obligations to fulfill, but everyone remembers what you have done for us.
今はどうか
Please, hold on.
我慢
The guard helps the man named Vasily to his feet. Vasily finally emerges from the shadows, and I finally get to take a good look at him.
本当にそう思っているのかい
Really, now? Do you really think that I made your lives better? He remains focused on me the entire time, and I return his attention. Even as he leaves my side, I'm uncertain whether he's perceived something or not.
焦らなくてもいいわ
Don't worry, it will be your
そ
turn
のうちあな
soon.
たの番も来るから
私の
My
番
turn? To do
な
what? Loreley remains silent. She only lightly presses her finger to her lips. Far away in the darkness, some machinery screeches and shrieks, accompanied by the piercing sound of metal chains being dragged across the ground. A muffled screaming soon follows. The screaming continues for some time before it fades into the darkness. Loreley withdraws her finger with a strange smile.
4
Work.
こんな叫びを上げる
Those
仕
are
事
the
なん
sounds
てあ
of
るのか
work.
だから
Work hard, ladies. I can hear the sounds you make.
同じ声を私に聞かせるのよ
Holy shit, man! I wish for someone like that. The sounds aren't particularly vicious, but the smell in the air here is truly unsettling. It may be due to ultimate medicines, but I have been surrounded by a stinking smell ever since I set foot in this place, like bleach mixed with pharmaceuticals and a faint hint of blood.
今日はまだ来たばかりだから
You might not be
勘弁してあげ
familiar
る
with
けど
things here since this is
明
your
日
first
からあな
day,
たも仕
but
事よ
that's fine. You'll start working tomorrow.
強制労働かどれ
Forced
ぐらい
labor.
働けばいい
How long will I be here for?
普通なら15
15
年ぐら
years,
いかし
maybe?
ら
笑えないな
That's not very funny.
だけど
Anyway,
深夜
judging
さんの
from
命令
Miss
だと
Taya's orders,
あなたはあ
this is
くま
more
でも
like a
一時的
temporary
にここに
storage
預
for
けら
you.
れるだけだから
You'll be out
すぐ
soon,
に
so
出ら
there's
れ
no
る
need
と
to
思うわ
worry.
運が良かったわ
However,
ね
your next stop might not be any better than it is now. Loreley addresses me with the same air as a guard, and she even makes me believe that I really am being imprisoned for a moment.
前回このように
I've
捕ま
taken
え
a
られ
lot
た
of
のは
scourges
一度
over the years. I never thought that I'd be the subject of one of those jobs one day.
せめて
Will you at least tell me how many hours of work I can expect per day?
そうね。 だいたい3
Maybe
時間
3
ぐらいか
hours.
しら。
Yeah, this is definitely some routine that yours cooked up.
それなら15
I
年
take
も
back what I
意外
said
と苦
before.
じゃないかもな
15 years isn't so long. Loreley chuckles and doesn't reply. A calm terminal that doesn't belong to me or Loreley's resounds as we are enjoying a little lull. She places her finger on her lips again and gestures for silence.
ここがあなたの部屋よ。
This will be your cell from now on, number 81031. 8031. Did you labor and get out of here early, right? Alright.
誰かが地下監獄の内装
Someone
に
called the
血
hidden
を
line
め
in
た
the
わ。
prison. Likely they are
シ
yours.
ーヤか
I'm going to go take
ジ
care
ョー
of
ジな
it.
のかもしれない。お楽しみの
Get some
時
rest
ま
before
で
I come back to have my fun with
せい
you,
ぜい休ん
Commander.
でちょうだい。
You can say that with a whip on your hands. Grosson already stands guard by the side of the road. Their vision is fixed on the seemingly endless tunnel before them, afraid that they'll miss something if they so much as blink. Their doubts deep down only bargain as time passes. What if they are waiting for nothing? They spoke to DSR when they lost the commander before, and now it's DSR 50 again, sending them clues about the commander's whereabouts with alternative methods instead of direct communication. Can she be trusted? Just how is the commander doing? Thankfully, their misgivings are soon put to rest. As their intel describes, an odd-sworn vehicle is making its way down the road.
間違いない。モコシの衛兵隊よ。
Tainter's good, alright. It's Mokosh Outsworn.
指揮官の情報が
Let's have a
ある
look
と
to
い
see
う
if
な
they have the commander then. Attack! Give the commander back. What, commander? I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you see we're escorting a prisoner? Take it from me, I don't cause more problems for yourselves.
構うな。
Don't waste any more words on them. Check their vehicle after taking them all
調べ
out.
ればいい。
Little enemies. As always. Ah! Where's Alba?
現着。 私がやる。
I cannot hit. Well, not this turn, at least. Can I? Well, that's two. That's 2 for 2. Hit 3.
脅威を排除する。任務了解。
Hit 3.
脅威を排除する。
Nice. One hit. Oh, there's one over there.
私ですか？ちょっと痛いかもです。
Another buff to Alba. And kill this one. Boom.
もう逃げられないな。
Nice. And this one that spawned. Don't have a move, so go away. And where's the last one? Oh, there it is. Throw the nuke.
まだ降参しちゃダメ。グローザー、
Over here, Kurosa.
車の中を
They
探したけ
examined
ど
the vehicle.
指揮官は
There's
いな
no
かった
trace of the commander.
指揮官はこの
That's
辺り
strange.
を通ったと。
The other 50 said commander will be on this road.
彼女の目的がわから
Who
ない。
knows what interest she serves?
もしかしたら
Maybe she was the one who took away the
指揮官をさら
commander.
ったのも彼女かもしれない。キャロリックと
Oh,
ソーミ
it's
だ。
Clotilde and Somi. Looks like they have found something. Some Crowley look for more clues in Mokosh, as Grossa and all the chased intelligence that DSR-50 has provided. The search did not get off to a good start, but the other community's word arrived in timely matter. They made away with a considerable amount of useful intel. Let's see what they have for us. Leader Grossa, I think we got the commander's location. This current batch of intel contains a real breakthrough. What? Where? What? Where? When we were sending communication request, we got the commander's signal for just a moment. It wasn't enough to make a call, but we did manage to get the commander's location. I can't be sure how accurate it is, but the commander's signal came from underground. Underground? Is it the sewers? The call seems to be breaking up. Mokosh communications coverage isn't perfect, and the signal isn't going to be stable when we are out in the wilderness. If the commander really is underground, then it will follow that we haven't been able to get into contact. Loreley, are Mokosh sewer systems particularly developed? Now that you say that, Mokosh sewers and nearly satellite cities levels are complete, even if the streets are built shoddily. This place used to be a dam, so it should follow that the sewers will be well developed. If the commander's in the sewers, then he will have been taken there immediately after being kidnapped. The intel we received claims that the commander appeared on the road that Loreley and I are currently at. So me and Crowley discovered that the complex sewer systems not long ago, but they were not aware that the commander might have been hidden underground. Any other leads, Somi? There's one more thing. The sewers contain more than just a sewage system. There's a tremendous underground prison. Underground prison? A bad feeling grips Gross and Ulrich. Yes, except every single section off from the rest of the sewers by a gate. One that not even we can get through. The sewers not let me enter the engineering staff too. The news that they attempted a breakthrough already unsettles Ulrich. It's just a gate or whatever. Can you send us some support for this, leader? We're going right in. We can get through the sewers too. It's not that easy. But if it's all true, we need to try no matter what. We need to get the commander out as soon as possible. Yes, I'll arrange support for you, if that intel is real too. Gross and Ulrich shared a look, both recalling that the Oddsorn mentioned the word escort just a few moments ago. So, this road we are on leads straight to the prison. Crowley, search the sewers immediately with Somi. I will go to the prison with Ulrich. Understood. They better not be doing anything to the commander. If the commander is hurt, Grossa, get a grip. Somi, do you have any other intel about the prison and sewers? Only some unpleasant rumors. How bad can it be? Isn't all just stuff about how all of the people in the prison are traitors, rebel, or whatever? Everyone here says that nothing good will come without associating with them. Something a bit scarier comes to mind. Something a bit scarier. Having already spent several days in prison, my fellow inmate, whom I had only had the chance to speak to once, still maintained a distance from me. I had tried to find a few topics of conversation to fish for intel, but my efforts proved unsuccessful. Until just now, whether it was my dogged persistence that will wear him down, or simply genuine interest in the underground prison rumors I shared, he finally became willing to converse a little with me. For once, he looked straight at me. When not conversing with me, he retires to the shadows, drawing his schematics. It is only now that I clearly see his always overcast face in all its dim bleakness. He is the fitting image of an exiled man with his intrimmed hair and beard. His eyes carry despair and self-deprecation in equal measure, like a man who has truly accepted an existence here and become part of the darkness. He's like someone that roamed for 10 years on the Yellow Suns. I have I have a hard cough these days.
この監獄から釈放された
No
者
one
は
has,
一人もいないよ。
no one has ever been released from this prison. He quickly shows me how true the rumor is.
そんなことを
You're
私
telling
に
me
教え
about
てい
this
いのか
already?
情報
If you
交換
want
だよ。
intel, you better show me something in
何かす
return. It appeared that my attempts to strike up a conversation over the last few days have made him aware of my goals. The fact that he is willing to chat means that I might make some headway yet.
しかし、
I get the feeling that this
まる
isn't
で
the
牢
first
屋
time
に
you
入
have been
れら
in a
れたの
place
は
like this,
初めてじ
considering
ゃな
how
いみた
calm
い
you
な
are.
落ち着きだな。
Oh, you know nothing, my friend.
一時的にここに預
The
か
guard
る
told me
だ
that
けと言われ
this
た
is
から
just a temporary storage for me.
まるで荷物みた
How
いな
does it
扱い
feel to be
だ。
merchandise?
労働も毎日
Not so bad with
3
only
時間
3
経っていいみたいだ
hours of
し
work a day.
私も1年前
That's what the
同
guard
じことを
told
言
me
われた
too.
が、
It's been more
実
than a
際
year
ま
by
だ
now.
ここにいる。
I don't think I'm getting out before I die.
そうか
Really?
でもどうやら
I believe what they
私に
said
は
about
高
the
値がつ
temporary
いている
part,
み
huh?
たいだから
The price
そ
tag
のう
on
ち
me
出
is
られ
still
るだろう
considerable. Considering that I am an internationally wanted criminal, there's surely a hefty bounty on my head. Not that this is anything to be proud of at a time like this. Something changes in his eyes when I said the word price.
本当か？ジョージが誰かに高値をつける
More
なんて
than the value you
珍
can
しい。
produce for that guy here? High enough for him to spare your life?
何君も高値をつけられ
Crediting
てる
value
ん
for
じゃないの
George
か
cost your life? Vasily begins to goof off.
どうや
No
ら
spy from George will say that.
本当に何
Looks
も
like you
知ら
came
ないんだ
in
な。
here without knowing anything.
君は
You're not a local, are
昔
you?
の外から来た人だろう。
ここ数日で
Do I look like I
だい
am
ぶ
from
モコシに
around
馴染め
here?
たつもりだがな
I was flirting with the guardswoman for at least a week. Do you think that I'm from here? I look down at my guard, but he only smiles and shakes his head.
そうじゃない。
Not at all, but that's not the reason. His eyes in the darkness focus once more, training on me as if to see right through me.
私はこの監獄にいる
I
全員の
know
こ
every
とを
single
知
person
っ
in
てい
this
る。
prison
しか
except
し
you. Hmm.
牢屋にも来
But
ない必要
do I
なの
need
か
contacts to get locked up?
面白いところだな
Mokosh sure is an interesting place.
あまり深入りしない方がいい。
I advise you to not
君
involve
が
yourself
何
in
の
this
ために
mess.
モコシに来たのか
Whether you're a
は知
broker
ら
or
な
a
い。
wanted criminal,
モコ
Mokosh
シは
has
決
no
して
place
君
for
の持
you.
っているような場
This is
所
a
じゃ
place
な
where
い。
law rules with an iron fist.
逃げられるんな
Get
ら
out
逃
while
げ
you
た方
can.
がいい。
Nothing more important than living to
命
see
が一
tomorrow.
番大事だからな。
それはできないな
Fortunately,
ジョージの
I
やって
can't
るこ
do
とは
that.
見過ごせない
I caught wind of his clandestine dealings in his factory, so I can just leave it alone. As expected, Vasily's usual nonchalant expression shakes somewhat when I mention the factory. If Loreley was truthful on the way here, Vasily went his separate ways with George because of this matter. If he manages to remain calm, then that will be worthy of suspicion.
ジョージはただの圧政者じゃない。
Surely you don't think that George is some generic greedy slave driver, do you? Do you think he's merely subjects prisoners to forced labor? That he'd be satisfied about abusing residents with exorbitant taxes and debt traps like some commonplace villain? Villain? This is the first time I've seen his emotions shift so drastically, but that wavering soon gives way to a feeling I'm familiar with. A complex mix of resignation and helplessness. He lets his hands drop to his sides, as if he'd given up the fight.
ジョージには大きな後ろ盾
So
がいる。
what if I know? George has aligned himself with the backers that you cannot possibly imagine.
何を
Even
した
if he's a
ところ
mere
で
chess piece in their plans.
モコシの未来は
No
変え
matter
ら
what
れ
I
ない
choose, I won't be able to change the future of Mokosh.
抗うだけ無駄
Simply
だよ。
resisting is futile. You have seen his thoughts, or haven't you? Those who have seen some,
全員
those who have
ジョー
sons
ジに
taken
暴
from
力さ
him
れた
gathered
やつ
beneath his banner and swept the legacy
財
mass.
団からの支援も受け
They even have the support of corporations. If it's a giant like such, Favan, giants can also go down.
我々に
This is not power that can be overcome with
あれ
simple
に対
numbers.
抗する力
We
は
have never lacked for supporters, for the approval and support of the people. None that means anything in the face of absolute force. Vasily passes me something through a gap in the bars.
鍵
Pretty old looking key.
君が何者
I
な
don't
の
know
か
who you
は知
are,
らないが
but you can use this to leave this place. I think back to the way the guard spoke to Vasily. He appears to be well respected here. But even so, having a key is unthinkable. I start getting suspicious. Why does Vasily stay here?
なんでこんなものを
Do you have a key?
おかしいか
Is it so strange?
ここ
Every
の
lock here
ロックは
was
全部
designed
私
by
が
me.
設計したものだ
You think I can make
鍵以外は
keys?
作れるさ私はただ
I just want to tell you
自
I'm
分の
staying
意
here
志で
by
ここに残
choice.
っている
No matter what, Mokosh is my home. I think back to what Loreley brought up.
そのバシルも
Vasily,
もともとはモコシ
from what you're saying, he used to be one of Mokosh's administrators as well. No wonder I always felt something was off during our operations in the city earlier. That unfinished infrastructure wasn't George's style at all.
もう全部昔のことよ。
That's all in the
今の
past.
彼が
It's hard to say if he
指揮官の
will be of
力にな
use
れ
to
る
you
かどう
now.
かは
Even with the ideals still in his heart and keys in his hand, he consigned himself to the position of prisoner. I cannot just stand by with the bitter regret I see in him. Perhaps I can find a way to light the embers that remain and help him regain his edge. This is something I want to do at this moment.
バシル
I heard about you, Vasily.
君は昔
Mokosh's future
モ
was
コ
once
シ
in
を
your
導く立場
hands.
にいたことは知っている。そんな人
Would
が
you
今
rather rotting here in the
こんな場所
sewers
で
than
腐って
go
て
up
いい
and
のか
fight against George? He remained silent for a moment before laughing bitterly. Ha!
何とでも言
Think
う
of think what you will.
抗っても
Futile resistance only creates
無駄な犠牲
meaningless
が増えるだけ
sacrifice.
だ
本当にこのままでいい
What are you waiting for then?
いつかジョージが
That George finds his humanity one day and realizes you're... I don't get the rest of it out. I realize that I am only letting out more frustrations, even if some of this does line up with Vasily's reality. He doesn't deserve to be on the receiving end of those words stuff. The true target of my anger is not none other than myself. I have felt despair over my own deeds many times too. Once you discover a shadowy archipelago, impenetrable darkness will have already formed a web between them all. The idea of choice is simply to lie to oneself. A moment of my nightmare it is playing right now.
今の私に
I am not so naive.
できること
This is all I can do.
せいぜい設
Even
備
if
の
my
メンテナン
elevators
ス
will only be ever be used for
事故を
cargo,
減らすぐら
I
い
can at least make them safer.
それでみんなの安全を
Even
守
I
れ
can, I
るの
can
なら
only light up precious few
十分
streets.
だろう
I might be able to stop some accidents.
エンジニアとしては正しいことだが
As an engineer, that's a good way to
指導者としてはダメ
think.
だ
As an administrator, though, I think you ought to know.
整備が整った
If you make elevators, people will be dragged away to other work.
その
If you light up the streets, people will be made to move along faster.
君の行い
You
は
only ever managed to
結
help
局
George
ジョ
all
ージ
this
を助け
time.
るだけだ
言われなくたってわかる
I don't need you to tell me.
それでも
Even so, I don't have anything else I can
私にできる
do.
ことはない
There's nothing I can achieve.
What?
For once, he seems to reveal some other emotions. I see a trace of his true self in his mad words. I can help him. I can help them. I only came here seeking economic cooperation, but the residents here remain in dire straits. The tentacles of the corporation still have them in their clutches, and my conscience won't allow me to leave them in their predicament. This is not a decision I have made on the spur of a moment. The people here, like that guard, still trust Vasily, even if they are aware of the control George has. With precise strikes from the Almodals and Loreley's reinforcements, the fight might not be so hopeless.
いや君にはできる
No, you can do it. I threw the key back at him. I have no need of such things, and the one who was more need of a key is Vasily, not me. The true prison that binds him is far to break through than the bars of this underground prison. There is nothing more laughable than self-imposed desire. It makes no amends and changes nothing that has happened. It only serves to cover everything up, soothing one anxious heart with feigned blindness.
私に
I can.
何ができるというのだ
What?
君はモコシュに
You can give
選択肢を
Mokosh
与
the
えること
chance
が
to
できる
choose.
新しい道
You
を
can
示
show
す
them a new
ことがで
path,
きる
no matter
そ
how
れが
many
ジョー
times
ジ
it
とは
takes.
違う道だと
Tell them that
みんなに
this
教え
city
る
doesn't
ことが
have
で
to
きる
bend to George's will.
自分についてくれば
So long as
そうい
it
う
trusts
未来
you,
に進
you
む
can
と
continue down
信
that
じさせ
road.
ることができる
それは素晴らしいな。
I will clap for you, but even if yours doesn't kill me, I'd rather not see my people be
人
mowed
が死ぬ
down.
のはごめんだ。
そうならない
That
ために
doesn't need to happen.
私に教えてほしい。この町のこ
Let's have
と
a chat, you
ジ
and
ョージ
me.
の衛兵隊のことを地形や
I need to know about this city's topography and how much the odds on have in the way of manpower and equipment.
君は
You
一体何
just
者なんだ。
who are you? I'd rather not answer him. For someone like him, something solidly enough will only. Ah!
戦闘終了。脅威はすべて排除しました。
Ah! Wait!
これで先に進めます。
Will only what? Will only what? Will only what? I'd rather not answer him. For someone like him, something solidly enough will do more than baseless words. Path of abandonment. There we go. 2 hours. Amazing. Well, let's leave this here. There's still 6 stages left for me, and I'm going to continue it next week. This week, I'm going to to rush on the Arnes event, the Magetichetti something. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Bring a cup or a glass or whatever liquor you have to your lips, and a big cheer for one of the community of GFL that sadly passed away this week. So that's it for today. We'll see you later. Happy Necnos Eterna. And thank you.